Hey, everybody, and welcome back to week number 5. We are just moving on along, and we're over halfway through the semester. Let me just reiterate if you guys need any help from me, if you are stuck on something, or if you've fallen a little bit behind, please let me know. I want to get you caught up and get you through the class as easily as possible. And so, like I said, if you need me, don't hesitate. Send me an email. If you want to request a Zoom call through for just to talk, we can do that. You can always drop by my office. My office is N1161, and there are several ways you can get a hold of me if you need me. But either way, we're going to go ahead and start talking about Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. For Chapter 7, there you are going to continue in section 2, while chapter 8 you're actually going to start in section 3. So those are two different sections we're going to be working out this week. So just keep that in mind. Also, because both of the submissions this week are different kinds of submissions where you have to download a document or put it in the document, I just want to remind you guys that the formats that are accepted by Blackboard are either Word document, PDF, JPEG, or Excel. Also, you can use the write the submission button there, but I cannot take Google Docs or Apple's Pages. The Apple's Pages is the format that they have there. It won't pop up. Blackboard won't show it to me. So make sure that you use either Doc, PDF, JPEG, Excel. And if you do your work in Google Docs, just make sure that you save it as a Word doc, because otherwise I won't be able to open it up. And you always have the option of using the write the submission button, and that will also let you do it on Blackboard itself, so you don't have to worry about any of those things. So let's look at Chapter 7. We're going to go mosey on over here to course content. That's where everything's at. And we're going to find Chapter 7. So we're going to scroll down. Remember, in Chapter 7, we're working out of Section 2. So in Section 2, we're going to scroll down, and this is the last section in Section 2. We are going to be 2/3 finished after this week with our work. It's crazy. It's going by quickly. So don't forget the little blue thing here. That is the book. So if you want to look over the Chapter 7 through just the Chapter 7, it's over here. And remember, it's cut up in different sections for Chapter 7. Remember, you can also always go to the actual book over here where it says College Success Textbook. It's up to you guys. Remember, thinking and content materials. If you click on here, you'll find just the different things here that go along with the chapter. Some cool little things here. Give it a second. And the assignment for this week is going to be the thinking in the disciplines. So you have, you're talking about disciplines this week on Chapter 7, and you're going to need pretty much the book and the PowerPoint to help you out with this. So you'll have different disciplines here. You're going to talk about what you learn in those disciplines and what kinds of thinking or ways of preparing yourself for that class you need. So when you click here on the little red button, you'll have this chart again. You could do different things. You can copy paste it if you want and do a write a submission. I think this is like the easiest one. Again, you don't have to do it like that, but here, voila. All you have to do is fill it in, just like that. So you can write the submission to me this week for this particular project seems like the easiest way. But again, you can always copy paste it to a Word document. You can always do a PDF. You can. Well, I've had students where they print it out, do it by hand, and take a JPEG of it and upload it. You can do that as well. Those are, the formats are acceptable. But I always felt that for this one, the rights of the submissions is a little bit easier. When you're finished, you submit it, and you're good to go for Chapter 7. Now, let's look at Chapter 8. Chapter 8 is a little bit more intense compared to chapter 7. So I'm going to go back to my course content here. And chapter 8 is in the section 3. So don't forget to go to section 3. Click on that bad boy there and come over here where it says chapter 8, communicating. And the assignment for this week is going to be the faculty advising. So you're going to download the form. You can do several things. You can either copy it and paste it here where it says write submission and do it from there, but you'll have the form over here, and you are going to be answering this form. You're going to be filling it out, and basically what it's talking about is our advising. So if you had me in person, we would be talking about different things that are affecting your college right now. Well, you're going to be telling me a little bit about your situation and see if you need any help with anything. We can get you help in trying to figure out career or your minor or major or what you want to do work-wise. So this is just kind of a way to kind of go out there, check different things, see where you're at, and if you have any doubts, to reach out to the Educational Planning and Counseling Center, which are the counselors. They are the ones that help you figure out your careers and make you. They will help you. They will help you create a schedule if you want to do that as well. But basically, these are all questions. There's really no truly right or wrong on these questions. These questions are about your college experience, what you want to get out of the college experience. Predominantly what kind of major you're looking into doing and what kind of career you're looking to you're seeking from there. So make sure you fill it out, and once you fill it out, you can upload it over here. You can always copy paste it as a right submission, but those are the things that are there for this week. So once you do that, you are done with the assignments for this week. But I just want to remind you where we have the little slides here. You have slide 7, right? You could don't forget to do that, and slide 8. Remember, this is not due this week. It will be due soon, though, just in a couple of weeks. So make sure that you're looking over that. For number 7, for that slide, you're going to be talking about your career that you're interested in, and you're going to get the information. You can use different websites. You don't have to use the same one I'm using, but I gave you guys a link to the BLS.gov. BLS.gov, if you have any questions about how to do your PowerPoint, you can always go to the video I made about this. It's like a 20-minute video talking about how to do your PowerPoint. But here at BLS.gov, you can research and answer all the questions for slide 7. You just go here and basically if you are whatever area you're interested, let's say you want to be a teacher, a high school teacher, you can go and see the information that they have there for the high school teacher. You just type it in here in the corner, and you will get the Outlook. So, you can. I'm just going to pick high school teacher here. Actually, here I'm going to get back to this page. I'm going to pick high school teacher, and you'll see here the stats concerning high school teachers. And those coincide here with the questions they ask you. What is the median pay? Well, the median pay for a high school teacher is $62,870. Now, if you want to, you can look at state and area data, which is also, something you should take a look at. And that is really cool because when you look at the state and area data, it tells you how much they make at the state level and at the area that you live. So in other words, if you are interested in living in Texas, you can get those numbers here. The numbers in Texas there's 97,000 teaching jobs available, and the average wage for a teacher is $58,000. Look at California, there's 103, and the average wage is $86,000. You can look around and see the average wages for different teachers for different areas. Now, once you look at that, you could say, well, I want to live in Texas. All right. But like everybody I knew in high school, I want to live not in Houston, but I want to live in Austin. If you come over here, you'll see the actual data. You'll see the data that are related to the Austin area, And let me see right there. There are 5,820 jobs. Basically, the average wage for a teacher in Austin is 59,300, and you know, 5 out of 1,000 jobs are teaching jobs in Austin area. So you can find that out. Maybe you've always wanted to move to another place. You can go check that out, and they give you a whole bunch of just different metrics there. So make sure that you look at that. Find out the entry level. The entry level I'll tell you here. Bachelor's degree. You can find out how fast the career is growing. 8%. That is pretty fast, actually. That means if it's growing at 8%, by the time we hit 2030, there'll be almost 80,000 new teacher jobs, right? So a job that's growing at 8% is quite a bunch of jobs available. I would say anything that's growing at 1% is average was about 4%. Above average, a really good, fast, hot job is around 8%. If you see something that's like 10 or 12%, that's pretty fast as well. And you can look at the number of jobs nationally. Now, you don't necessarily need to use BLS.gov. I just found that for slide number 7, I get more information from BLS.gov than I get from other areas. So you might want to check other areas out, but it's up to you. And then the data reflection. This one, the slide 8, these are questions you're going to answer just based on all the information that you got from slide 7. Does the job pay enough for the lifestyle that you want? In other words, if you want to live like Jay-Z, you're probably not going to get that from being a teacher, right? So you have to answer these truthful questions. Is it paying enough for the lifestyle that you want? Is the debt that you're going to incur or may incur worth the degree you want to get into? Are the employment trends favorable? So in other words, is there going to be a job when you're finished? And then once you look at all these things and answer these questions, I want you to answer this truthfully. It doesn't change your grade. It doesn't mean that you have to go back and do another one. I just want you to answer this in a very truthful way. Have you changed your mind about your career selection based on the data that you saw? That's it. That's slide 8. Pretty easy. Now, I want to remind you guys that everything this week is going to be due February 21st. Again, I also want to remind you guys, if you have fallen behind on any of your anything from the past couple of weeks, you can still turn it in. But that cutoff is coming soon. I'm going to send an email, or I'm going to send an update announcement later on this week, giving a firm date for any late work. Because if you have any late work, I will take it, but it's not an indefinite thing. We only have a few weeks together, so a few weeks left together, so I need to get those in. Now, all that being said, I want you guys to have a great week. If you have any questions about anything that we talked about right now, don't hesitate to reach out to me. All right. Adios.